The French Revolution, an in-depth exploration of change, conflict, and legacy. Welcome to our deep dive into the French Revolution, a pivotal period in history that began in 1789 and fundamentally transformed France and the world. The revolution marked the end of absolute monarchy, the rise of democratic ideals, and the birth of modern political thought. Join us as we explore the origins, key events, influential figures, and lasting legacy of the French Revolution. Historical context and causes. To understand the French Revolution, we must first examine the historical context and underlying causes. France in the late 18th century was marked by social inequality, economic hardship, and political discontent. The society was divided into three estates. The First Estate. This comprised the clergy, who were not required to pay taxes and held significant privileges. The Second Estate, the nobility, who also enjoyed privileges and were largely exempt from taxation. The Third Estate. This was the largest group consisting of common people, including peasants, urban workers, and the bourgeoisie, or middle class. The Third Estate bore the tax burden and had little political power. The economic situation also played a crucial role. By the 1780s, France faced a financial crisis due to costly wars, including involvement in the American Revolutionary War and extravagant spending by King Louis XVI and his court at Versailles. Failed harvests in 1788 led to food shortages and rising bread prices, exacerbating public discontent. Intellectual currents of the Enlightenment also influenced the revolution. Thinkers like John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Voltaire promoted ideas about individual rights, liberty, and the social contract. Their writings inspired many in the Third Estate to question the existing social and political order. The outbreak of revolution. Tensions reached a boiling point in the summer of 1789. On May 5th, King Louis XVI convened the Estates General, which had not met since 1614 in response to the financial crisis. Each estate sent representatives to discuss reforms, but disagreements quickly arose over voting procedures. On June 17, the representatives of the Third Estate declared themselves the National Assembly, asserting that they represented the true voice of the French people. This was a significant act of defiance against the king and paved the way for a new political order. On June 20th, representatives of the Third Estate found themselves locked out of their meeting hall. In response, they gathered in a nearby tennis court and took the tennis court oath, pledging not to disband until a new constitution was established. This event signified a collective commitment to seeking change. The revolution escalated on July 14, 1789, when the storming of the Bastille occurred. The Bastille, a medieval fortress used as a prison, symbolized royal tyranny. The mob seized the fortress, marking a decisive moment in the revolution and a clear challenge to Louis XVI's authority. Early revolutionary government and reforms. In the aftermath of the storming of the Bastille, the National Assembly took significant steps to restructure French society. On August 4, 1789, the Assembly abolished feudal privileges, eliminating the dues and obligations of peasants to their lords. This marked a radical shift in the social order. On August 26, 1789, the Assembly adopted the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, which proclaimed the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. This document emphasized individual rights and the importance of popular sovereignty. In 1791, the National Assembly completed a new constitution that established a constitutional monarchy. King Louis XVI retained limited powers while governing institutions were created to represent the citizens. However, the new government faced significant challenges, including internal dissent and external threats from neighboring monarchies fearful of revolutionary ideas. the Reign of Terror and the Jacobins. As the revolution progressed, political factions emerged, leading to increasing radicalization and instability. The Jacobins, a political club advocating for more radical measures, gained influence. Led by figures like Maximilien Robespierre and Georges Danton, the Jacobins sought to protect the revolution from perceived threats. They used the Committee of Public Safety as a means to execute their opposition during the Reign of Terror, a period from September 1793 to July 1794. During this time, thousands were arrested and executed, including King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette, who were guillotined in 1793. The Reign of Terror exemplified the revolution's volatility and the lengths to which leaders would go to maintain revolutionary ideals. The radical phase of the revolution reached its climax with the fall of Robespierre on July 27, 1794, known as the Thermidorian Reaction. Fearing that he would turn on them, members of the National Convention arrested Robespierre and executed him the following day, effectively ending the Reign of Terror. The rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. In the wake of the revolution, France experienced political instability and power struggles. The Directory, a 5-member committee, governed France but proved ineffective and unpopular. Amid this chaos, a young military general named Napoleon Bonaparte rose to prominence. In 1799, he staged a coup d'état, overthrowing the Directory and establishing himself as first consul. His rise marked the end of the revolutionary period and the beginning of the Napoleonic era. Napoleon implemented numerous reforms, including the Napoleonic Code, which established a unified legal framework and promoted principles of equality before the law. He expanded educational opportunities and stabilized the economy. In 1804, Napoleon declared himself Emperor of the French, solidifying his power and leading to a series of military campaigns across Europe, known as the Napoleonic Wars. While he spread some revolutionary ideals, his authoritative rule contradicted many of the revolution's original principles. The legacy of the French Revolution. The French Revolution had profound and far-reaching impacts on France and the world. Political change. The revolution led to the end of absolute monarchy in France and established principles of democracy and citizenship. It inspired future revolutions in Europe and the Americas, pushing for social and political change, rights and citizenship. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen laid the groundwork for modern human rights documents. Its ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity influenced subsequent political movements for centuries. Cultural impact. The revolution encouraged critical thinking and the questioning of authority, paving the way for cultural movements in art and philosophy. It fostered a sense of national identity and the idea of popular sovereignty. Social reform. While it initially sought to bring about social equality, the revolution's radical phases often led to violence and turmoil. The ensuing Napoleonic era brought stability but also returned some authoritarianism. In conclusion, the French Revolution was a complex and transformative period that reshaped France and influenced the world. It challenged existing power structures, introduced radical ideas of rights and citizenship, and led to cultural and political changes that continue to resonate today. The legacy of the revolution serves as a reminder of the power of the people to alter their destiny and the ongoing struggle for liberty and equality. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the French Revolution. We hope you gained deeper insights into this remarkable period in history. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time.